Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Simple Minds Sports Show Friday Rewind live October 28th. Happy spooky Halloween. Here we are, winning ugly breeds character on this ugly Halloween week of ours. And I'd like to talk about that. What kind of character? Whose character specifically are we talking about? The most important character. There's no secret there. Wait around to find out. But as we always do, we're going to start with some opening takes. We're going to start with some opening takes from Mr. Robert Vine. Bobby, why don't you give us what you got?
I see what you're doing, Brad Stevens. I see it. Maybe other people don't, but I see. You put Missoula in charge so that way everybody knows this guy's an idiot, so they can see that what you've done to create the roster, win a championship. But then you also built in so that when you have an injury like this, that this boob's here, and then he can run the team right into the ground, and you can rebuild it just like how you always wanted to. That old regime's done, and move this one in. Well done, Brad. You thought the whole thing through. Don't worry, Missoula will kill this season for you because literally that team does nothing well. Not a single thing except suck.
And he's back. This is what Bobby's been. This is where Bobby's really going to shine. Where I can fuck up the Red Sox for being so terrible for years and years and years. Mm-hmm. Now that the Celtics are on this downward trajectory this year, this is
fuck my Celtics up.
We're gonna see a lot of gold here from Vine.
Bad winter for Vine though. Bad.
I just want to watch a couple of good Celtics games, and I don't get any of them.
Well, there's 82. You'll probably have 4. Ray, your opening take.
Thank you there, Richard. And what seemed to be like a try to jumpstart the players by changing out the player introductions because Mike Vrabel knows that, this team has come out very lackluster at home the past 3 games. So he changed up things. And what did they go do? They went down, kicked the field goal, and the Browns came marching back and stuck a touchdown down their throats. But luckily for us, second half adjustments are something that we haven't seen in a long, long time on this team. And the Patriots have that, and they did it this weekend and got the W. So, yeah, a little negative, a little positive on my end.
Second half adjustments are what we do. Never mind. I'm going to save that.
I tried to think of one, too. I didn't get that.
No, it's there. It's there, but I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to do the mature thing and not go with the mother joke there. I'm just going to go with a very simple opening take. It's just good to see the home football team taking advantage of bad, stupid football again. And boy, is there a lot of it in the NFL. And when you are not that team, when you are not stuck with dysfunction and stupidity and poor quarterback play, my God, is it such a more enjoyable experience. For this show, I was thinking about this today, trying to come up with the email. It's way harder to do this. I mean, just naturally kind of negativity fuels, and it's much easier to do, frankly. And when you've got a team like the Patriots now beating up on the dregs of the league and just the stupidity, it's harder to bring some stuff out in these games. Ray mentioned positive and negative. Thank you for working hard to bring that, liveliness to the show, Ray. I'm sure we enlightened some people on that. We're going to do our best to enlighten you on this, but frankly, it's just, I was a little distracted this weekend. I can get into it if you like to, if not, but it was nice not to have to worry too much about the Patriots past the first half of that football. And it's because there's a lot of shit football in the NFL. You were a part of it for the last 3 or 4 years. Now you're not. And that feels good. So I didn't bang on your mother, Ray, figuratively in this. But of course, physically we did.
Literally.
Yeah, of course.
Figuratively, we did not. I didn't take the bait on that joke. And I am with a positive Patriots thought. So Halloween could be turning new leaves. The rundown is Patriots-Browns reaction. A little more of that, a little more negative, a little more positive, as Ray put so elegantly. The early lines section is back. That's ongoing. What is the consequence for that if you lose?
You got to wear a white wife beater for one show.
Specifically white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many weeks did you guys do this without me a part of it?
1.
2. And so we'll get back to that. We'll do some early lines. And
he knows the record.
No
that's why he's bringing that up. That's why he's bringing it
up. Celtics do stink. So we'll talk about them. This or that with Chief Bobby and Simplest Minds of the Week. Of course, this is the Simple Minds Sports Show Friday Rewind live Tuesday, October 28th. Welcome to the show. If you're watching on, well, congratulations, Ray. You've locked us out of our podcast platform by trying to get into it too many times without the correct password. So thanks for watching live. If you're watching on YouTube, it's the only time you're going to see it right now, live here, Tuesday, October 28th.
We'll get it
You're
back.
not going to hear it because Ray locked us out. So that's good. New room
If
for
you happen to know
Bobby.
the password, please let us know.
If anyone knows our password, it's not password 1234.
Or small boner 69. We tried that.
We've tried that 6969 exclamation point. Someone email Adam Morel04@gmail.com. See if he knows. Beyond that, thank you for watching, and also you're welcome. It's a real delight tonight. Ray's looks cute as a peach, like a emoji, because your ass looks like your face. Bobby, new room. Welcome. If you're watching or listening on your favorite podcast platform, you're not because we're locked out. So either way, whatever you get it, wherever you're listening, watching, please rate, subscribe, review. Tell your friends. As always, tell your mothers. And Ray's here to tell you about our favorite partner.
Yes, absolutely. Go down to I Love Boston Sports, 250 Braintree, Massachusetts. I was there yesterday. Lovely store. They got all the merch you need. You got Celtics, Bruins, Red Sox, Patriots. There was Tommy DeVito there with his Tommy Cutlets merchandise line. So yeah,
Are those the Boston sports teams, Ray? Can you name them again, just in case anyone doesn't know?
Yep, it's the Patriots, the Celtics, the Red Sox, and the Bruins.
And the Bruins.
Yep.
Interesting. Wow.
Yep.
Good for them.
Go down there next week.
Oh,
And
crossing all the T's, dotting all the I's on there, huh?
Yeah, go down there and there's Pop Douglas next week down there at 250 Grand Street.
Ray was lucky enough to go down there and spend some time with Tommy Cutlets, Tommy DeVito, Patriots backup quarterback. There he is, looking svelte. So we're going to hear about that later on in the show. Stay tuned for that. We'll get the inside scoop on Tommy and what's going on behind the scenes with the Patriots. Also, his inside thoughts on garlic and does he, yes or no, believe Bobby is on the spectrum? We're going to get all those answers later on in the show. First, we're going to start with some Patriots. First, the Browns reaction. Pats 32, Browns 13. First week of the year, we are not going to start talking about Drake May. Not that we couldn't. He is the end-all and be-all of this team. MVP candidate. Ray, you ready to get on that?
Mm-mm.
And how come?
Because he hasn't thrown for 300 yards yet.
Bingo. Simple Mind Sports
One of the
Show.
dumbest takes he's ever had in his life.
Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show. Drake May is not an
There's
MVP.
a fucking line, Vine, and he's not crossed it. So until he crosses that fucking line, he's not there.
Your line is retarded.
I can't wait.
I was heard that you might be retarded. So
I was heard that
I was
you
heard.
I was heard that you.
I heard that you are
That's
retarded.
Conjecture.
Good job,
There's
Ray.
no fact in that.
I cannot wait for the juvenile erection Ray gets when Drake May goes to 300 yards and he can finally admit that he's an MVP candidate. That's going to be a day for balloons.
Mhm.
Instead, I'd like to start talking about the most important part of this team, Bobby, is the fact that they. You want to go positive or negative on this. They are a second half of team that adjusts better than I've seen a team adjust in a long time, but that also means they really fucking blow to start the game, both offense and defense. Another game in which on offense, your first drive stalls on a bad sack on third, a couple bad plays. Once you get into the red zone, your second drive stalls. But after you settle for a field goal, you allow the Cleveland Browns and something named Gabriel. Is that right? I don't even.
Let the boy watch.
Young Gabriel. You'll watch as my father and his father. Well, he didn't do much watching after that first drive, but that first drive was pretty nice. They go on to score 7 points. Second drive stalls again for the offense in the red zone there. 7-6, what should have been 10-6 at one point from the Browns is basically how you started this game until you got to the end of the half here, which we'd like to get to. Any thoughts on this? Has there been any reporting? Ray mentioned they tried to do they tried to change the introductions to amp up these guys to start the game. That didn't work. We're giving the coaching a lot of credit. What the hell is going on with the beginning of these games? You can figure it out in game within 15-minute quarters, but you give them all of Wednesday and Thursday and they can't put shit together. What the hell is going on?
They can't script a first
Why?
drive. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. Even the defense. Remember when they scored the touchdown? I said, "Oh, now I can actually watch the game and enjoy it because I know they're going to adjust." They do it every week. They let the first time the opposing team gets the ball, they will score points no matter what. It seems like they just come out so like lethargic. It's crazy.
Lethargic, not lethargic, but it's an L. It's a fine. We'll get there. We'll get to Bobby on the spectrum soon enough. Put him right in his place, Ray. Don't you wait. We'll get him. We'll get there. Right, Bobby.
God, I hate you.
McDaniels can take 12 minutes in halftime, come out in the third quarter, and script together an unbelievable drive. But every game, they are lethargic.
It's lethargic, okay?
Every game, it feels like their quay is fucking empty to start this shit, and they're lethargic as shit. Any explanation?
I don't understand from the defensive perspective. I
don't
understand
either.
from the offense, but I don't understand why every first drive is a touchdown. I put that on the players. I mean, they're just getting outplayed to come out the gate. I can see how Drake May is a slow starter for him to get in the game, and once he gets in the flow of things, he's kind of all his plays kind of come off script and him moving outside of the pocket. So if you're running these scripted plays, I don't think that's him quite at his best. I think it is a positive that the team clearly thus far has been the best coached in all these games they've won because they've been able to make the adjustments. And then basically at the start of the halfway through the second quarter, through the third quarter, the Patriots win the game every single time in the past 5 weeks. And the fourth quarter, it's already an afterthought outside of the Bills game. The first quarter and fourth quarter don't even matter. They're winning these games right before and after halftime.
Yeah, there was 10 minutes of Drake May excellence that put that game away. And, as I mentioned in my opening take against the dregs of the league, that's really all you need, as we can see. And when you have adequate coaching, you take yourself off the bottom sewer of dysfunction. We've mentioned this the last couple of years. If you're just not dysfunctional and you have adequate play, you can win half your ball games in the NFL. Obviously, when you have an MVP candidate quarterback, you're pushing for division wins here. So that makes sense. The slow starts, I agree with you. Offense, there's a little bit of excuse there. Defense, god damn, their tackling sucked early. That first play by Fannin, the tight end there from the Browns, Marte Mapu was in coverage. Do you know how many plays Marte Mapu played after that?
Probably 0.
That's going to be 0 after that 30-yard gain, whatever he gave up, getting caught in the wash. Middle of the field, been talking about it all year. Not good to start that game.
Spillane started off shitty too. Spillane had some missed tackles.
He got smoked in that first quarter by, I forget the exact play or exactly who it was, but he went on to obviously have everybody went on to have a decent game. We're going to get there. And we're going to pull the threads at the shittiness for a second. Cause we've been, what do they call it? What do the kids call it? Glazing
when I put it on your mom's chin.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Well done.
He was upset. Now, don't take it personally. He was upset because he's been so stupid to start this show. A couple other points of note. Barmore benched in the first quarter. Not too sure what that was about. That was a disciplinary, we think.
They think he either missed a team meeting or was late to the practice facility.
He has a history of sort of being a dick, so.
He's got, what was it that he got arrested and called his mom? Was it last year or the year before?
Yeah, he was in like some sort of altercation with the cop and then called his mom. Yeah.
No.
And in the year before too, he was late for some. He's got a little bit of a. You got a track record. You got to keep that guy in line. So maybe Vrabel's the right guy for him. He came in and played great, so that's good. Let me touch him on a couple more things. Marcus Jones, Christian Gonzalez, 2 guys on defense that I thought did show up pretty well. When Christian Gonzalez is on the TV screen, it's not often because they don't throw to this guy, but when they do, he's making plays. I thought getting in the face of Jerry Jeudy for basically the only play that I'll take that back. Of all of the poor tackling to start this game, Christian Gonzalez was not. He made 1 or 2 really solid form tackles to start this game.
Yeah.
He generally he doesn't seem like a soft player to me. I think he always kind of tackles relatively aggressively.
That's when they came out of college, right? They said he was
they said he was soft. Yeah.
Keep an eye on him. If there's a scrum, he's not, probably wisely, because his frame probably can't handle it. He's not diving into scrum, but you don't see him olaying or making business decisions on gotta have it tackles. He plays football. I'll give him that. And I like to see him talk a little shit to Jeudy with a little shit-eating smirk on his face.
Yeah.
fastly becoming fan favorite Marcus Jones had another great game. Also got himself an extension. He is a captain on the team. We haven't heard from him on the show, so figured it'd be worthwhile to get a little clip from Marcus Jones, see what he had to say after the game.
Obviously, been making a lot of plays so far this season. What was it about the defense that fits you so well?
Yeah, I feel as though there's a lot of guys that, trust each other, flying around to the ball, over communicating and things of that nature. Whenever you do have that trust, it allows us to, make plays.
You're now top fourth in the league that you continue to use. Do you pay attention to that stuff? Is it continue?
No, I really don't. I just try to take advantage of the opportunities that I get out there on the field and have fun with my bros, for real.
Let's have fun with my bros, for real.
There's a couple T-shirt ideas from this episode that I'd like you to jump on, Raymond.
Okay.
Have fun with my bros, for real. Straight text.
Lethargic.
Lethargic. Keep it lethargic. And that should just be for the weed folk. Keep it lethargic. Keep it lethargic in the quay.
And what's the other one?
We'll get there. I've got a couple more in the
we just want to say
here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so moving on, just a couple of more points here before we get to the meat of the bone. We have been shitting, or I have specifically been shitting on this player all season long for good reason, but a hell of a play on Sunday. Jalen Hawkins comes up with a one-handed interception on a ball that Gabriel, that kid, let the boy watch. There's another
t-shirt.
And that's to Cleveland. Let the boy watch is not a real quarterback. Like, that's like Pinocchio playing fucking football.
Ooh,
what is that kid doing?
Let the boy watch and him on the bench just fucking.
Let the boy watch. It's just Pinocchio in his jersey on the bench looking sad.
And they still think he's better than Shedeur Sanders.
He has a hurt back.
Somehow Shedeur Sanders is not even suited up.
Yeah.
Yikes. That's all I had there before I'd like to get into, kind of the meat of it, which I think is McDaniels and some of the winning time moments there. Any final thoughts there on, some of those pieces or the slow start?
No, I think we hit it all.
McDaniels showed his value, and I think people are starting to come around to this. Nationally, certainly his name is all over the place in conjunction with how great Drake May is playing as a young quarterback. But specifically, they came out of the first half, this third quarter, their first drive in an extremely scheme-heavy drive with three specific plays that came out of that. You had a quarterback throw from Drake May, the sweep back to Drake May to Matt Collins for first down. Wasn't a big dynamic play, but you combine that with then the next play, jet sweep. A couple plays later, the fake jet sweep that results in the touchdown to Henry. It just felt like McDaniels got into his bag a little bit against the defense that was annihilating your offensive line.
Only one guy was.
Well,
I know it was the whole. Yes. I know
he was certainly a standout, Ray, but that entire defensive line was wreaking havoc on the Patriots that day.
Yep.
And Josh McDaniels said, let's get these guys on their heels a little bit, get them off balance. And that third quarter drive to come out of half was, from an offensive coordinator standpoint, you get a couple trick plays in there, the execution of it all obviously is on the players, but you don't see that everywhere, Bobby. You don't see that many of those type of plays executed in sequence to then go score 7 points. It's kind of masterclass, not to glaze them up as much as we are, but that's kind of masterclass from an OC.
Glaze your mother up.
Well, it was two things. One, what they did. So they were getting crushed on the edges. So they just said, we're going to run plays where we don't have to block the edge. And that whole drive, they didn't even bother it. They just avoided blocking the edge the whole time and went down the field. And two, we hadn't even seen most of those plays. That entire string of plays was all new. That basically, it's like he had it all set. He went in, like he said, he took 12 minutes and he said, I'm going to use all these plays that we haven't run yet so we don't have to deal with these edge players that have been killing us, score this touchdown, and basically put the game away. Because that drive, the game was over at that point. We all knew it. They're not going to come back from it.
Yeah, it makes it at that point, 16 to 7 at that point, and 2 scores, Browns, it's not happening. So there's a mic'd up Josh McDaniels was mic'd up versus the Browns in that game. Worth a watch on YouTube. It's like 10 minutes or so. Watching him watch those plays develop. I'm going to do my best to keep the table down here.
Oh, for the
That guy, and maybe this was just game focused, and obviously it's mic'd up, so they're putting the best stuff out there, but he was in such control of what was going on. He was calling out the defense and the booty place, for an example, he's looking at number 37. He's saying 37, back up, inside, back up, inside. And then he watches the defender go kind of shade inside. He goes, oh, fuck, he got it. He's got it. Hike, booty, dekes him in for the touchdown. He did that 3 or 4 times in this mic'd up on their big plays. And they get the turnover, Spillane turnover. He's in Drake's ear. Okay, we're going in here. We're goal line, 7-yard line. We're going in. Here's the plays. Boom, boom. He's already got it in his head as soon as he picks the ball off. He is in such control over not just his offense, but the play calling and the sequence and what that game needed at that certain point in time. To your point, Bobby, is like, all right, we struggled in the first half. We picked up the lead. We're 9-7 here. Let's just go fucking put this ball away. And then I'll throw it over to you quickly. But what really was cool to me, 3 things. When they went up by 2 scores, he sat down to May. He said, he's coaching them, saying, this is not over. Get your guys back out there next drive and go fucking score again, basically. But he said it, he's so soft and kind of not in your face about it. But his message was, it's not over. Get your guys rallied up. We're going back out there. And then he talked to Booty, and he's talking about details after that big 40-yard. He said, what did you do? You faked that inside and you got the outside? We're talking details. You can tell that they've been working on it all week or all year even. And then the coolest part to me, multiple times in this mic'd up, him and Stephon Diggs are having interactions. And he is talking to Diggs as Diggs is the offensive leader. He's talking about strategy. He's talking about leadership. He's talking about Diggs comes to him. He goes, let's go leave. What was his quote? He said, let's go break their will on the drive that led to the Booty touchdown. He says, let's go break their will. Diggs said that to McDaniels, and they were kind of back and forth in that type of communication to the point where you could see Diggs then would go to the bench and kind of relay the message as the leader of that offense. I just thought all of that was, first of all, as a fan, like, great. Like, they are on such solid ground here. Like, you should feel good about the future, of the season. Also, it's just fun to watch. It's fun to watch that behind the scenes thing. So I don't know. Again, Glaze, this is the show of Glaze, layers of shame Glaze stacking up on our chest this time for McDaniels. He fucking deserves it. That was a Mona Lisa of a game. If you want to comment on that, I know I just kind of hogged that segment, but go ahead.
Yeah, but your next part is talking about Vrabel and McDaniels not on the same page. But when I got to interview Tommy DeVito, one of your questions, Rich, is Mike Vrabel involved in the offensive side of the ball, like in the meeting rooms and all that? And I asked him, and he goes, no, I never really see him around there. He peeks in once in a while, but he's not part of it. So basically, it's Josh McDaniels' baby and his team around it. And, Vrabel's not having a say in it. And I don't know. I like it. I like that. It's
clearly as it should be.
Yeah, that's how it should
working.
be. It shouldn't be. Yeah, it shouldn't be like what Mayo was doing last year, popping in on all the team meetings and all that stuff and trying to put his finger in. We know Belichick did that for years and years. So at least Vrabel for now is just letting McDaniels cook, and it's working.
It's like when Bobby's missionary with your mother, and I try to poke in from the backside, and he's like, "Come on,
He does.
this is not the time. This is not the time or the position to do that."
Yeah.
And then
Especially when I get her face to face. I don't want that bothered.
No, you got to respect that. You got to respect that.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about a couple more Patriots things here. The offensive line struggle. We have to get to Drake May. So before we do that, let's just take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Do a little more Patriots talk. Okay. Anyone YouTube just realized the type of day Ray's been having.
Yep.
The O-line struggles. Myles Garrett is an absolute goddamn animal. Bobby asked the question, should the Browns have traded him in the offseason? He had 5 sacks on the day, which was a franchise record. He's on pace to break this every sack record, period. He's leading however old he is. Is he 30 at this point? 20 something?
I think he's
31.
29. No, I think he's in his 20s, Bobby.
31.
He's got 118 or 119 sacks. He's the youngest guy to get there. If he keeps going, like, he's an animal. If he doesn't early retire like the rest of these pussies in the NFL are doing, he's going to break every sack record, period. Yeah.
Well, quickly, Richard, December 29th, 1995, making him 29 years old. Suck it, Vine.
Wow.
Whatever.
Good for you, Ray.
What a
No,
creep.
good for us. Good for us, Richard.
Good for us. Let's answer this question first, and then I want to do a little clip on the fourth overall pick and his tiny little arms trying to take on this beast. Should the Browns have traded Myles Garrett this offseason?
Absolutely. You know what their record would be if they didn't? 2-6. And they'd have 3 first-round picks and a couple second-round picks and all that extra money.
Bobby's right. Bobby's right on that one. Yeah.
Do you have any sympathy for Myles Garrett in Cleveland?
Yes.
No, he decided
No.
to sign to the. Yeah, he wrote his name in blood. He knew what he was getting himself into. Yeah.
He signed the fucking
Either way,
contract.
still being that good of a player and being on that shitty fucking team. And when he's a pass rusher that never, ever, ever plays with a lead, that must suck.
Would you rather play in Cleveland for $120 million guaranteed, or play for a contender like Kansas City or whatever?
You don't have to
$90
do
million.
that. Micah Parsons. Just Micah Parsons the bitch. Get your money and get out of there. If you're that good, you don't need to. I don't have
I'm
any
just saying, it's
sympathy
just
for any
I
one
don't
of those
either.
parties. Any
Me
one of them. Any one of them. Other than the fact that he is unbelievable, and it would be fun to see him on a great team just to see how good he could actually be. 5 sacks and you lose by 20.
Insane.
That sucks.
Yep.
So obviously he was lined up over Will Campbell most of the day. Conflicting reports here on Campbell's day. He was getting a lot of help from the tight ends, chipping it and whatnot. But watching on TV, Campbell was getting his ass kicked by Myles
The
Garrett.
whole
And
left side was.
I don't, fine. Everybody does. So, okay. But I found this interesting when I saw it today. So let's take a look.
Will Campbell will learn right here. Use Hunter Henry as a chipper. He will learn. Use the chipper to your advantage. He continues to set back here if you watch this. See how he continues to set back? All he's doing is creating more space. Use the chipper to your advantage. Go get on him right now. He's taking the edge off of Myles Garrett. Now, if he takes away that space right now, he's on Myles Garrett, but now he continues to step back and create space. There's no purpose of chipping if you're going to continue to set back. He will learn. Will Campbell's a very good football player, but right here, this is just him not realizing the type of athlete that is across from him. Now, he loops his hands as Myles Garrett does his patented jab ole inside, Euro step crossover outside. And by that point, if you don't have your hands on him, he's gone.
I like when a redneck white guy describes how a African-American defensive end is going to jab a stepper and Euro, whatever.
What he was looking for was a 275-pound Ginobili. Is what that's how he was looking to describe that.
Mhm.
How are you going to stop that?
You can't.
You're not. Good for him. Good for him. All right, let's get to it. Bobby asked a question. Well, let me touch on a couple of these things before we get to Drake May. Henderson, 10 carries, 75 yards, and a fumble. You want to call that a breakout, or is that game related? How do you feel about Travion Henderson at this point in time after that game?
Go ahead, Bobby.
I wouldn't call it a breakout, but I would call it promising. I mean, a breakout for him would be a big play touchdown. That's what we were promised. But he showed that he actually had a little bit more of a burst through the hole and didn't look like it was too fast for him for once. Fumble was bad.
Isn't he an outside runner? Like, he doesn't do well going up the middle. Like,
He's not like a big back that's going to go between the tackles. That's not his style.
He's a speed finesse guy, so he needs to get to the outside. And
Best thing I heard last week was he was watching James White film, and if you can make him James White, you might be in business. That
I think that their plan is to make him their third down back. Ultimately, I believe that's what they want him to be.
if you can pair him with a Josh McDaniels, Brady-esque type of, Drake May does not check down. That's not his deal. But if he learns how to do that, and you have a
Pussy.
Travion Henderson type there next to you, and he can break one, that's your best case scenario. It was nice to see him have some good runs there and get him in the into the offense. All right, on to Drake May. Obviously, another great game. 18 of 24, 282 yards, so close to the 300, almost an
So
MVP
close.
category for Ray.
So close.
3 touchdowns. Did have a bad interception. 7 rushes for 50 yards. Finished with 132 rating. After all of that, he looked unsure running the ball today. Like he wasn't like a giraffe that wasn't quite sure when to go down.
Did you gasp when he was getting pulled down by Myles Garrett? It looked like almost like a horse collar.
I guess
well,
every
you look
time
like
he
you just
runs
sprained
the
his
ball,
ankle.
Yeah.
every time he runs the ball, I gasp. And this is why. Because he, in his head, he knows he shouldn't be doing it, but also he should kind of. He does not quite understand exactly when to scramble. He's
And he still
learning.
doesn't quite understand that the defensive linemen are as fast as he is. He doesn't quite get that yet.
True.
Well, yeah, that's probably part of the equation, but you can see it in his brain. The 28-yard run that he went up the middle, it's like once he got past the first down marker, he was holding the ball, waiting for someone to hit him, and no one hit him. Where if he turned on the Jets, he could probably break 2 tackles and maybe score a touchdown. But they're clearly pounding into him. Get down on that mic'd up. Drake May Josh McDaniels watches that play. You can hear him as soon as May starts running. Slide. McDaniels is talking.
Weird.
To him
We were all saying that probably
on the
too.
sideline. We're all saying it, and it's the right thing. You
Yeah.
can't continue to take hits like this, especially once you get your first down. But just his body, and then like some defenders get around him, and he just kind of fell. Do you remember that play?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that stood out to me. Like, but then in the first half, he ran for 16 for first down, where he was just to the right, no one to throw to, one defender to beat, to the sideline, dead sprint, no hesitation. That looked athletic, like he knew what he was doing. So he's learning. I think we've learned that he is a fast learner. He'll pick things up quickly. This is one of the things that he's balancing with, obviously, as an athlete in the NFL. It's a quarterback. We see Jaden Daniels now dealing with these physical struggles in his second year. They're trying to avoid that with Drake May. Obviously, lean more conservative, but he took less worse hits this game, I think, than in Tennessee, even though he's still getting sacked a shit ton. But that sack number is because he's an athletic quarterback that doesn't quite know when to leave the pocket just yet.
He's been sacked 28 times. He's projected to get over 50.
He creates a lot of sacks. He does. To go back to the Garrett thing, I think most of those sacks May could have avoided by getting rid of the ball. He was still getting sacked after like 4 or 5 seconds. It wasn't like he was on him like immediately. He can get rid of the ball and he chooses not to. He holds on a little bit too long. It's part of his genius because he makes plays, but he creates sacks.
Especially in the red zone. Like he needs
to get rid of the damn ball.
He will learn that clock speeds up in the red zone. I just think that it is all a learning curve, and I would not be surprised if by the end of the year he's drastically better at it than he is right now, because
then he'll ultimately be the MVP.
There you go. And that's what the evidence is pointing to
throw
at this
for over
point.
300
I'll
yards.
just say though, of the true sacks, do any of them scare you other than the chase down Myles Garrett?
That one did.
There's no hit that
That one was
scares
bad.
me when he's inside the pocket.
I think
Like,
he has a
was running
concussion
outside
issue
the
though.
pocket in that one.
I think he has like a head issue. Like he's like one of those guys that needs that Aaron Rodgers fucking protective extra layer.
He needs
inside.
the linebacker Brian Cox thing to come up here so that when he runs, it hits this instead of his head snapping back.
I like that too.
If Kraft just gave Brady 2% of the team, teach the guy how to get hit. Get some veteran quarterback in here to teach him how to hit. Even on that 28-yard run, he fell on his right shoulder. It's like, hey, dickhead, fall on your left shoulder, you fucking idiot. It's a fucking $500 million shoulder. Don't fall on it, you dumbass.
True.
Anyway, Bobby asked questions. How many more games do you need to see from Drake May until you believe this is him moving forward?
What are we at? Week 9 coming up. So 8 more weeks of this.
I'm with Ray. I need to see it for a whole season.
Ooh.
I need to see it. I need to see it against a legitimate offense on the other side. A legitimate offense on the other side.
Oh, wait. Offense, you mean defense?
No. Browns
Oh.
are good.
Full
The Browns
shootout
are
if you want.
good of a defense as you're going to get. The Patriots defense is benefiting exponentially because of the Patriots offense at this point in time.
Fuck yeah.
The Patriots second half defense is so much better because the offense on the Patriots side is so much better in the second half that they can hone in. We've seen this from Patriots teams in the past. I need to see Drake May and that offense challenged by a Mahomes or Goff or a Allen if they can get their heads out of their ass. An offense that can go put 35 points on the board, shootout. Can you keep up? Because I don't think the Patriots defense can do that. That was not a shootout in Buffalo. That was a kind of a struggle. Can you go keep up in a shootout? And at this point, what we're talking about is, are you the upper echelon team of the NFL? So that's a good fucking conversation to have after being 4 wins for the last 2 years. It really made a leap. But to answer your question, yeah, Drake May is the guy. Drake May is good. Drake May is bona fide top 10. You want to go top 5. He's in the MVP category. He is playing the best football at the quarterback position in the NFL to date. The statistics back it up. So does the eye test. So have faith. But yeah, let's see him against some consistent, better competition to really assess it to what he needs to get better at. All right, there you go. That's a lot of Patriots talk. We'll certainly have some more time to talk. We've got the trade deadline coming up. We'll talk about that next week. We had some big moves already. Kyle Duggar out of town. Keon White out of town. Couple late round flyers coming back.
Hit you on the way out.
For those guys. Bobby, you mentioned AJ Brown coming back. I don't know how many times I have to tell people to shut the fuck up about AJ Brown.
2-6 and Demario Douglas for AJ Brown, baby. We're gonna do it.
There's a good video on TikTok and YouTube right now. Go check it out about why AJ Brown's not coming here.
There you go. Money. So we'll be back next week to talk more about the Patriots and that deadline and as they move forward. Until then, we're going to go to headlines with the obvious one.
And thank you there, Richard. After 8 games, the New England Patriots are 6-2. Who would have saw this coming? Drake May is a top 5 quarterback, allegedly. Stephon Diggs isn't a cancer in the locker room, and Carlton Davis hasn't missed a game from injury yet. Patriots 32, Browns 13. Next up, Atlanta Falcons, who just lost to the Miami Dolphins. And like Richard said, Patriots are starting to wheel and deal, sending Keon White to the San Francisco 49ers for a 6th-round pick, and then trading Kyle Duggar and a 7th to the Pittsburgh Steelers for a 6th. The World Series went into extra innings last night, 18 to be exact. Bobby, that's the equivalent of 2 regular season baseball games because they are played at 9 innings at a time. Dodgers took the marathon 6-5 and lead the best of 7 2-1 over the Toronto Blue Jays. The Celtics picked up their first win of the season last night against the New Orleans Pelicans. Anthony Simons led the way with 25 points off the bench, and the Celtics are now 1-3. Woof. Speaking of woof, the Bruins snapped their losing streak Saturday against the Avs, then got throttled last night against the Senators 7-2. Bruins fall to 4-6. This has been... Yeah, that's true. This has been Headlines with the Obvious One. Back to Dr. Big Mac for early lines.
This is what everyone comes here for, Ray. We're gonna do some early lines talk here. Let us know where we stand and what we're looking at this week, please.
Absolutely, there, Richard. In first place right now is the Chief, Bobby at 21.
Right.
And second place is Dr. Big Mac with 18. And in last place, but not far behind, is Richard with 16.
So you're just counting what's 21 and what?
Wins.
Got it. So 16 wins for me, and I missed 2 weeks. Got it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You ready to go?
Yep.
First game we got on the docket, the Colts 7-1, traveling to Pittsburgh, who is 4-3. Colts favored by 3 on the road. Weather will be 51 degrees and cloudy. Colts have won the last 2 meetings, and Aaron Rodgers is 1-4 all time versus the Indianapolis Colts. Bobby, since you're leading, start us off.
I'm going to go with the Colts to win the game.
So Bobby's going to take the -3 in the Colts. I'm going to go next since I'm in second, so Richard will have last dibs. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers and the
I'm going to go Colts. I'm going to go Colts with that one.
Colts. Very good. Next game on the
First of all,
okay, perfect.
the Steelers fucking blow. The Colts are legit. Jonathan Taylor's the best running back in the game. You're an idiot.
Mhm.
Let's go Colts.
It's a bad.
It's a bad pick, Ray.
Fair enough.
It is now currently 17-17. Go.
Yeah, absolutely. The next game we have is the 3-4 Falcons traveling to Gillette to take on the Patriots, who are 6-2. Patriots are 5.5.
-5. Snake draft. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take the Pats here. The Falcons are absolute trash. Kirk Cousins is a real noodle arm bitch. And give me the Pats.
Bobby?
I also go Pats. The Falcons below.
So I'm going to read the stats since I had time to write it. Weather will be 53 degrees and cloudy on Sunday. Falcons are 6-9. Nice. All time versus the Patriots. And the last time they won in New England, November 8th, 1998. I too will be taking the New England Patriots this week.
November 8th, 1998.
Strangely enough, I was 13. That's the first time we both fucked your mother.
Weren't even hard. Use sticks. Go.
Wow. Panthers 4-4 traveling to Green Bay to take on the Packers at 5-1-1. Packers are 12.5-point favorites. Another 51-degree day, and Packers are 11-6 all time versus the Panthers and haven't lost at home to the Panthers since November 30th, 2008. I'll go. I am taking the Panthers with the plus 12.5. Bobby.
In case you don't know it, this season points is for chumps and queers. Give me the Packers.
Richard?
Yeah. Andy Dalton scheduled to start here. I generally don't like the old plus 10, but give me the Packers.
Wow.
18-17.
Next game we have is the Kansas City Chiefs going up to Buffalo. Chiefs are favored on the road by 1.5. Yep. 48 degrees. And the last 4 meetings have been split with no team winning 2 games in a row. Last meeting, the Chiefs won. So the Bills will win. I'll take the Bills plus 1.5. Richard?
Chiefs. Easy. Not even a thought.
Yeah, the Chiefs are coming, and the Bills feel the Patriots behind them like Ray's mother feels my dick.
Nice. A lot of moms here. A lot of mom jokes here. I would have gone with the Chiefs are coming, like I'm coming on Ray's mom's back, but you can
do that too. Yeah, that works too. Yep. Last game we have is the Seahawks, favored by 3.5, going to Washington to take on the Commanders. 40-degree day for Sunday Night Football, and in the last 6 meetings, the teams are split 3-3. Bobby.
Seahawks. Commanders are bad.
Richard?
Yeah, we're gonna go Seahawks here on the old West Coast to East Coast swing. Generally a little bit tough, but Commanders, no Jaden Daniels, are bad.
Yeah. Little does Richard know, even though he works in the media department, Jaden Daniels probably will be playing this game. I will be taking the home team plus 3.5 points. So either I'm going to be in last place or I'm going to be in first place after this week.
Okay, enjoy last place.
Yep, you will be in last.
Thank you.
That was Early Lines with Dr. Big Mac and the Battle of the Wife Beater. We'll be right back just for a special segment on Ray's visit with the Cutlets. Yep. Do it.
Okay, hold on, please hold.
to not have a generic break in
I didn't see this
arsenal
part. So
as-
you go by segments, and I just didn't see this. I'm
well,
sorry.
listen to the words out of my mouth, though.
Okay.
To not have a generic break for when it's needed, to be so game plan specific is, look, you do you. I'm just saying, you might want to maybe tack one of those in there. Okay. Why don't you give us 30 seconds on your visit with the Cutlets?
Have you ever thought of like two people that just like, if you thought about like an Italian person that came from overseas and had a family here and they grew up in like northern New Jersey and just had that like kind of attitude? That's what it was yesterday. That's what it was.
Are you skirting the line of racism
No,
to describe your
no.
Oh, because they're Italian, it doesn't count. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Tommy Cutlets, Tommy DeVito, third string quarterback for the Patriots, got a high five from Josh McDaniels in the mic'd up segment that I watched there on the YouTubes. So that was good.
That's cool.
What was his demeanor? Did he seem happy?
Mm-mm.
He did not seem happy to be there, or his did not seem happy in general. He was he did have to leave New York.
He didn't seem happy in general.
Do you think Tommy DeVito believes that he's a starting quarterback in the NFL?
No.
Okay.
Because I asked him a question towards the end about like, what do you see yourself doing after the NFL? And he already had like an idea, and he didn't really want to get into it. He's like, I can't really talk about it, but there are some things in the works coming up. So I think in like 5 years he's done, and he'll be in like acting or whatever.
Do you think his mom had something to do with it?
His mom, smoke show.
His mom was there, as a fine Italian mom should be.
And there was a guy in the corner. I don't know what his job was. He wasn't introduced to us. Like, obviously, like when Sean came in, Tommy came in, his mom, they all shook my hand. Hi, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. This other guy came in. No fucking clue. And then like 30 minutes into the thing, this girl came in out of nowhere, yoga pants, belly shirt. And I was like, what is this? And she came over and sat next to the guy. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on right now? Very confused. I was very confused. Yeah.
All right. You were getting a little insight into the old third string quarterback lifestyle.
I liked it.
All right. What were the
I liked it.
Give us the three best question and answers.
The first one was Richard's question about Vrabel being in the rooms, because it was almost like he didn't know how to answer that. Like he like paused and was like, "Well,
No actually reporter has asked him a real football question in his entire NFL career. They've all just been about fucking chicken cutlets.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, oh, well, I don't know if he didn't know if he could talk about it or not."
But what did he say? So the question was how
involved is Mike Vrabel
in the offense? Because we've been hearing that he basically is, really massively involved, and his answer was
little to none.
I think we're the only ones to have that scoop.
It's fantastic. We should put that on blast and get national media coverage.
We need to get a letter from the
Vrabel's going to be like, those fucking assholes. Then we have to get Vrabel on the program to clarify.
We're going to expedite.
Be like, look, Vrabel, we have Karen Garigian. You'll like us.
Yeah, exactly.
We're about to expedite Tommy Cutlets' post career. With this interview.
Yeah.
Local dumbass reporters say Mike Vrabel is a real idiot on the offense.
Make a wish child. Make a wish child.
Tommy DeVito
questioning Tommy DeVito.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Second best.
The Bobby's question about is there ever such a thing called too much garlic? And he looked at me and goes, "Fucking course, like that's dumb."
He said, "Of course."
Yeah, he goes, "Of course."
Okay.
Of course,
so all right. So in our text
chain,
listen, look. In our text chain, that went over great because it was paired with somebody else asking if Bobby was on the spectrum, which went great because garlic is a fantastic spice, and it's great to be used and sometimes overused. A lot of times overused on what the recipe calls for. But the fact that Tommy DeVito does not have a fucking personality or a sense of humor on that question is actually the story here. He's just
Bingo.
a
Bingo.
sad little Italian stuck on the fucking Patriots third squad who doesn't want to be there and doesn't want to be asked questions about Italian cooking. And also thinks that Mike Vrabel's a boob. We've got a story, boys. What's the third question? How can we finish this off?
Did you know that he is a big Lego collector?
Okay.
Fucking dweeb.
This guy, we've got a dweeb who hates his head coach. We've got a dweeb who hates his fucking head coach. We've got a story.
Which one does he like? The castles or the space? What a fucking nerd.
We've got a
Some kid brought him a Lego set yesterday, and he got I was the happiest he was. He was like, "Oh fuck."
We've got an absolute fucking nerd of a quarterback with no personality beyond his mom, with no goddamn sense of humor, who hates his head coach. That's a fucking story. We're about to break some news. Welcome. If you're watching us live, you've heard it here first. If you're catching us afterwards, you're welcome. You're about to see it on blast. Well done, Ray. This is how we break.
It seems like you actually did some journalism. Well done.
That's pretty big.
Nice.
That's pretty big. Let's see if we can get his agent on to combat some of that, because that's what we're running with.
Anything on the Hogs? You didn't ask,
Yep.
did you?
You'll have to watch.
All right, check that out on our YouTubes, and if we're allowed back on Spotify, you can check that out too. But just to recap, we've got a humorless dweeb who hates his head coach for a third string quarterback. But he seems pretty cool.
Very nice guy.
All right, we're gonna skip the basketball talk tonight because that's depressing. We've done enough of that. We're gonna get Chuckles here with this or that with Chief Bobby right after this.
Hard-hitting journalism by Ray. Can't wait for his next session. If we go to Pop Douglas's, we'll have to make sure we write those questions down in crayon. Pot roast or beef stew?
What are we doing the pot roast in? Like a Dutch oven?
Yeah, you would make it how you would make it. Whichever you would prefer it made in. Same with the beef stew. However you prefer your beef stew made.
Now, we are talking about the dish, right? Because this is how I describe Ray's mother's ass, whether it's winter or summer. So
I was actually thinking about this.
Whatever it means to you.
And now you throw up
the actual dish. I'm going stew. I love a good beef stew. I make a good beef stew. And pot roast very often is dried out. Not a lot of people know how to cook it very well. You have to have good sides to go with it. It's the stew. Beef stew is the answer.
What do you put in your beef stew, may I ask? You do carrots, onions.
Come on, man. That was just a fucking.
I know it's a layup. I know.
No, yeah, carrots, onions. You got to do a little bit of. I'm not going to give you the whole recipe because I'm not an idiot. But a little red wine. We'll give that. Do you know what's really going to potatoes?
Of course.
And
what kind of potatoes though?
You got to go full. You got to go like classic white potatoes. Rustic.
Have you ever tried a red potato in your stew?
No, dumb.
Ooh. I disagree.
Yeah, beef stew is the answer here.
Mini.
I agree.
I'm just gonna go off the cups and say pot roast. I like pot roast better.
I could see you as a pot roast eater.
Yeah, you look like a pot roast.
Have to drive a Mack truck with the full 18-wheel trailer everywhere, or a 1910 Model T. That's the only thing you can drive.
1910 Model 10. 1910 Model T.
Give me the fucking Mack truck. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's Mack truck. The Model T.
How you gonna park? How you gonna park?
I'm gonna park that bitch right in the street. They're not gonna. No one can tow my shit.
Okay, so how are you gonna get out of your road, like a simple road? How are you gonna get out of that?
I'm gonna open the fucking door and get out.
What?
Yeah, it's Mack truck. You're gonna drive around in a Model T, and then it's gonna break down in the middle of the road, and then my Mack truck's gonna run you over.
Yeah, Mack truck is the answer. Does Model T even run on like modern day gasoline?
I don't know. That's Ray's problem.
It's definitely Mack truck. I understand the inconvenience portion of it, but like you can get around that. You're gonna go 35 miles an hour everywhere all the time.
Yep.
I'll just fucking Uber.
The horn's super loud. You have the whole trailer to bring all your shit with you.
Ooh, I didn't know Uber was part of this.
It was
What?
not part of it.
Clever. I'm going Mack truck.
You can't change your answer.
I
Your
just
Model
did.
T.
No, you just told me. I
Your
could.
Model T. Your Model T sipping on pot roast.
Yeah, exactly. Live with your choices. Do an hour of yoga or an hour of Zumba.
Yoga.
Yeah, yoga.
You
I
kidding
don't
me?
even know
Have
what
you-
Zumba is. What's Zumba? The dance
It's like a
thing?
That's when you
jazzercise.
just,
thing.
it's like Latin dancing.
No, yeah.
Have
still
you
doing
idiots
yoga.
ever done yoga? Yoga is miserable.
Very
Give
relaxing.
me
We
the
used to do it
Zumba.
for soccer. We
Yeah,
used to do it
yoga's
for
good.
high school soccer.
Yoga's good. Yoga's good.
Give me the Zumba. Unbelievable.
I think that's the gayest thing you've ever said on the show.
Thank you.
That can't possibly be accurate. I've said gayer.
Hey, babe, we're going to Zumba or what? Aren't you gonna watch the Patriots game? Nah.
No, I'm gonna go put my
Busy
short
with
shorts
Zumba.
on and jump on a trampoline.
Get an autograph from Tommy DeVito or a crayon drawing by a 3-year-old.
Crayon drawing by a 3-year-old, and people were bringing in like I saw 2 kids with customized Tommy DeVito jerseys.
Oh shit.
I'm
Well,
like,
do you know why they're customized?
Because they don't sell them.
They don't sell them.
Yeah, exactly.
You cannot get an official Patriots Tommy DeVito jersey.
Uh-uh.
No, yeah, I don't.
I'll
Oh,
take
Good fact.
give me the drawing.
Little fact by me. Also, this baby put this on the Hardo column. Me, I don't wear people's jerseys. I just don't give a fuck about people's autographs.
Me neither.
I don't either.
Me
As a
neither.
general policy, I don't give a shit about people that don't give a shit about me.
True that.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. Fine.
Rather live in a treehouse or an underground bunker.
Underground bunker. No, underground bunker.
No, day-to-day life, treehouse is going to be much more enjoyable. You've got the free air. You're outside. The underground bunker, you've got a longevity situation. I can understand that. We're at the end of days here, but treehouse, yeah, you're living up the childhood dreams. You got a lot of, I'm assuming, key bars.
Treehouse, and this for a few reasons that you're not thinking of. One, you get to pee on people that are below you.
Nice.
If they do walk under you, you can pee on them and throw poop at them, and
Yeah.
you can pull the ladder up so they can't get you.
Yeah.
You know
Or
what's
you're,
cool about my underground bunker? I have a door that you can't get through, and I can go. Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah, but then we can also lock you down there, and then
yeah,
die.
you also need fucking air vents that I can shit down, or we can also piss down from our treehouse.
Touche. Touche.
I
exactly.
take the higher ground.
Would you rather have the world infested by vampires that run a secret society trying to take over the world, or the occasional small outbreak of zombies?
Ooh, vampires. I think that's already probably happening.
I'm gonna go zombies because if it's only a small outbreak, they'll probably be in a different country and we'll be fine still.
Yeah, I that's true. It'd probably be a third world problem.
What zombie movie have you ever seen that's not
In
located
America?
in America?
Yeah, but let's be honest, it's not gonna happen here. It's gonna happen
I
in
mean,
like,
Ray's
Africa.
right. It'd probably
No,
be
you're
in
right.
some of it'd be in one of the places
Of the
that don't
only
have-
global pandemic we've lived through, the country that handled it the worst of the Western civilization was the United States. But you know what? If there's a zombie epidemic, I'm sure fucking Argentina is gonna eat shit.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I think it's a fair point. Always be in a room that's a little too dark or a little too bright.
A little too dark. I love it, Doc.
Dark.
I think I go bright here. I think I go bright.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. Dark rooms are annoying. It makes me sleepy.
Okay,
Okay.
Randy.
Okay.
FedEx or UPS? How would you rather have your package delivered?
Now by your mother.
Okay, yeah, no, that was
That was good.
Ray.
That was good. That was good.
It was a setup, but you just didn't execute it.
No, it was poor. It was
Yeah.
very poor.
I'm sorry, boys. Sorry.
It was terrible.
That was my fault. My fault. UPS.
I go FedEx.
You're just going opposite of everything I say?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
I go USPI. United States Postal Irene. Bam! That's how you fucking finish that one off.
Boom, done.
Wow. Well done.
We'll be right back with Simplest Minds of the Week.
Oh, back to school to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
I will say, I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me. I dodged it, but it nicked me. Bit of a day walker myself.
Are you stupid or something? Mama says stupid as stupid does.
Simplest Minds of the Week is brought to you by Bobby on the Spectrum. And for our first candidate, we're going to go with Lady Viagra.
I love this. This is just it's not a video. I'm sorry. It's just a screenshot. But man caught spiking his female dates drinks with Viagra to make sure they don't get boners because you never know anymore nowadays. What a genius this guy is. Bobby likes it. Richard?
I wanted to, the breaking news, I wanted to see if, well, this is obviously fake, but I wanted to see if she would get a boner as the quote. So it doesn't even make sense.
Yes,
I mean,
it does. It makes tremendous sense.
It would have been hilarious if the woman, the person actually got a boner, and then he was like, "I knew it."
Well, mankind giving Viagra, so someone doesn't get a boner. But the quote is, "I wanted to see if she would get a boner." So, the premise of the joke is funny. The execution was pretty shitty. Okay, next on the list is Fatty.
Oh, Fatty. If you thought of me when you saw this video, I fucking despise you, Big T.
You need to confirm or deny.
Tell me the crane breaks. Is the crane gonna break?
No, but imagine that, like everyone just fucking filming you and your fucking crevice is just hanging out through your shorts.
Anyone else?
Well, isn't it sad? Not funny. Like, does like a bird shit on him or something?
It's not funny, but it is fascinating. What's the what do you think that's?
Where is it? Florida?
Oh, definitely palm trees, Florida or Alabama.
Look at the back that up, right? You back it up.
What do they got him laying on? Great.
Yeah,
He's
back
on a
it up.
fucking pallet. No, I can't back it up. I have to play it again.
There's an old lady that looks like this guy's time.
This is a gross misuse of the fire department here, if that's what that is.
You know how much that all costs probably for him to get that done?
Yeah, who's paying for that?
That's gonna be honest. That's Corey, USA.
Brett Favre.
When did this happen? Is this man still alive?
No. No and no. No and no.
Not shown there. They gave him a shot of what he thought was insulin and actually was ketamine, and they killed
You think if you gave that guy Viagra, he'd get a boner?
No.
There's no way that guy.
Can fat people get boners?
Raymond?
No. Is nobody else fascinated by like? Sorry, that one landed a little bit late.
What do you think me and Vine were laughing about?
I don't know. Speaking of fat people, here is Rotisserie.
If I ever became a stripper, my name would be Rotisserie. So she could look like a fat ass chicken going around the closet. If I
One more time.
If I ever became a stripper, my name would be Rotisserie. So she could look like a fat ass chicken going around the closet. If I
I like that she doesn't deny.
I like the backstory and the premise.
Yeah,
makes sense.
What's
your stripper name?
She missed it though. It's Rotisserie. She
Strong dong.
All right. This next one is not Simplest Minds Week. It's more of a PSA. We're going to end on a positive note here. This one's called Itchy Heiny.
You know, a wise man once said, when you go to bed with an itchy hiney, well, my friend, watch out for that stinky finger in the morning. It's good to remember little things like that.
It is good to remember things like that.
Fucking fine.
This has been the Simple Minds Sports Show, Friday Rewind live, Tuesday, October 28th. Subscribe, rate, review, tell your friends, tell your mothers. We'll see you next Tuesday at 8:30. Bye-bye.
The fuck is this, Vine? Telling people no?
Stinky finger. Stinky finger.